And welcome back to Meet the Winemakers, guys. I'm glad to have Ben back here from Barossa Wines. Ben, welcome back on the show, mate.
Hi, awesome. Sean. Thanks for having me once again.
No, mate, we got great news. This Friday at the Lake House, we've got Meet the Winemaker with Schild Winery from Barossa Valley. A lot to talk about with these guys. So we could start with the fact that they're a family business, 3 generations, and one of the oldest wineries in Barossa itself. I mean, they've got a long generation of making great wines.
Yes, Sean, that's right. So basically, the story tells that the Schild family arrived in Adelaide long time ago, and they purchased the first Schild site in 1852. And then, well, they've been producing wines since then. It's already 3 generations. The first ones that planted over there was Ed and Alma. And unfortunately, all of a sudden, after a few years being there, Ed died pretty suddenly. So his son actually started taking over the business at the young age of 16.
Wow.
Now, this is very important in Barossa because, they are one of the oldest family-owned and run vine growers in Barossa, and they are custodians of very old vines, what in Barossa chard is called ancestor vines. And that's very, very unique. The wines that we're going to try on Friday come from some of those sites. So it will be quite a spectacular and special experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the wine that we stock already at the Lake House and Cecilia's is the very popular Schild Estate Cab Shiraz called from Narrow Road. And Narrow Road is one of their full sites.
Narrow Road is one of the very successful sites that they have. They manage 7 different sites with many differences between them. And Narrow Road, it's according to Scott, which is the chief winemaker. He's a very humble man. And Narrow Road is one of my favorite wines. He said that making wines from Narrow Road is fairly easy because the vineyard expressed itself very nicely through the years, through the different vintages. And again, that's one of the wines that we're going to try on Friday, and it's absolutely spectacular. I think it's one of my favorite wines that I've tried in the past year.
Yeah, I got to say, every time we crack open this beauty for some of our customers, they cannot stop raving about this wine. They just love it. What does this retail for at the winery?
Probably around $70.
Yeah, $70-$80. Top wine. This is one of our favorite wines to recommend, red wines to recommend. But we're going to be drinking sparkling on arrival, Chardonnay, the Grenache, the Shiraz, and the Cab Shiraz, which is the Narrow Road. So we've got quite a few wines. And then there's also the late harvest we're trying with the sticky, right?
That's right. Sean, please bear with me. I'm just going to connect to the power supply because I was running out of batteries.
But we do this like this anyway, so it's good. And
very, very briefly, we will go through, because this is important as well. Barossa is very well known because of its reds, of course, and Shiraz. But of course, there's other different varieties. So I'm very happy and pleased to say that Schild has actually quite vast portfolio. So basically, we will start with a sparkling on arrival, then a Chardonnay in a more kind of classic style Chardonnay, a delicious, absolutely brilliant Grenache, and then we're gonna go furthermore into heavier reds and a little bit more powerful, like typical Barossa Shiraz, and some weight and very powerful fruit. Nice. We might have a surprise as well, Sean.
We might do what?
We might have a surprise on the night as well.
Ooh, I'm excited. Don't give too much. I like surprises.
Yeah.
Now, this wine, Meet the Winemaker, is going to be a little bit different because Scott's actually not going to be joining us in person. Scott's going to join us like through video link, which I think is a novel way because it means that we get to see a little bit of the winery itself. I know it'll be late at night, but I think this will be a cool way to get understanding where he works and what he does.
Yeah, that's the idea. We were actually discussing with him what would be best in terms of background, like, because we're trying to bring Barossa to the Central Coast, right?
Yes.
So he said that he will surprise us with something so he can show us around and kind of trying to get closer to where the wines come from.
Yeah, cool.
You have there. Are you showing Mururu side, Sean, over there on your? Yeah, that's that one. There, that's a very spectacular site that Schild took over many decades ago. They are the people that have been looking after this site. It was planted in 1847, so it's actually one of the oldest producing Shiraz in the world. 175-year-old vines. That's really big thing to say. The one that they produce from there is called Mururu and has been granted 99 points Halliday, 2 vintages in a row. Now that's quite a lot to say. I know that points sometimes don't mean much for some people, but it's a very, very high recognition in the wine world. And the most spectacular thing is that it's only 4 rows of this fruit. So the production is very, very limited. And it has very, very, very good reviews. And even though the current vintage is at 2017, it's drinking exceptionally well. Very fresh, very powerful, a lot of finesse, structure. And guess what? We might have it on Friday.
Ooh, don't promise things you don't deliver on, mate. This is these are wine thirsty individuals coming on Friday night. So, guys, a lot of good wine to be drunken from an amazing family from the Barossa. I'm super excited because I've only tried some of their wines, and everything I've tried has been unbelievable. So, this Friday, 5-course meal with 6 wines. I'm super excited, Ben, and we're going to get to almost get into the underbelly of Scott and where he works at in the Barossa. So I feel like it's going to be a really true, like I feel like we're going to be transported to the Barossa, having Barossa wine locally, and then having Scott there to join us and talk us through the wine. So the depth of this is going to be unbelievable.
Absolutely. And look, Barossa produces incredible wines, but I have this sense after representing this brand in New South Wales and after trying many of these vintages that they are very, how can I say, they're a classic Barossa producer, but their wines are a lot of fun. They have a lot of freshness. They're in the southern part of Barossa, tends to be a little bit colder. They're very vibrant wines with an incredible fruit weight. So for all the especially the red wine drinkers, they'll be very pleased to go through this.
All right, mate. Well, I'll see you on Friday. We'll be drinking wine together again, and I really look forward to meeting Scott and trying some great wines. We'll see you then.
Okay, Sean. Thank you very much for having us.
Cheers, Ben. Catch you later, mate. Thank you.
Bye.